2016 Taste of Country Music Festival. It is day 2 with William Michael Morgan. How you been, man?
Man, I am doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Doing fantastic.
Thank you guys for having us here, by the way.
Well, we know you had a busy weekend last night opening up for Brantley Gilbert.
Opening up for Brantley Gilbert, that was crazy. He puts on one heck of a show, man. The crowd's just feeding off of that energy, and he's feeding off of it, man. It's just crazy, crazy. Good crowd for us, too. It was a good friend of mine, Kanan Smith, played right after us, and then Chase Rice, and it was just a great show, man.
Now, next weekend is going to be Father's Day weekend.
I am a brand new father, for sure. I'm going to definitely try to get down there and see my little girl. She's about 3.5 hours from me.
Yeah.
So any chance I get, off the road, I just immediately go down there. So.
What have you learned about yourself since becoming a father for the first time?
Hopefully she's nothing like me.
Fair enough. I mean, do you get in there? Are you in there changing the diapers and with the wake-up calls?
I am, as much as I can. I am as much as I can. I love all of that. As a new dad, it's kind of
the diapers.
Scary. It's not my go-to action.
Yeah.
But of course, I am a dad, so that comes with it.
That's cool because most artists do an autograph signing after the show. William Michael Morgan actually doing a diaper changing after the show. So bring him your babies. He'll clean them up and give them back just as good as new.
Just as good as new.
Do you have plans for Father's Day or anything?
I do not yet. No, I'm in talks though, trying to figure something out.
I have a question here. Everybody on Twitter, if you follow him, it's at WM Morgan.
Yep.
Everybody talks about how you're such a nice guy. They're so impressed with how sweet you are. So I want to know what makes William Michael Morgan really angry.
Not a lot, man.
Really?
I'm just an honest guy, somebody who lies to me. I'm not really fond of liars, I'm just an honest guy, man. Hell, not a whole lot brings me down, Life's too short for that, man. I've been too blessed. God's too good to me to worry about anything little like that, man.
Fair enough. I mean, you don't have to look very far to tell this is a pure traditional country artist, but you do have some 90s R&B influences.
Oh, I do love me some Usher, man. I'll tell you that. R. Kelly.
I wonder what's the most unusual cover song you've ever performed.
We were just in Virginia Beach. We were hanging out with Brandon O'Brien over there at the radio station. And we ended up getting on the bus afterwards, having a couple drinks. And we looked up this old Michael Jackson song, The Girl Is Mine, with Paul McCartney. Paul McCartney from the Beatles.
Absolutely.
And we both at the top of our lungs sang, or tried to sing Michael Jackson. And it was interesting.
You got a pretty deep country voice. Can you hit those Michael Jackson high notes?
No. No. I was the Paul McCartney guy.
Right. Okay. That's fair enough. The new single is "I Met a Girl," and Sam Hunt wrote that song. And it's interesting on Twitter because some people kind of give you a hard time for playing a song that Sam Hunt wrote.
There's always going to be people drinking that haterade, man.
Yeah.
I like to drink tea. I don't drink haterade.
Well,
man, you know what? As with any other artist cutting another artist's song, man, we just went in and put our own little spin on it, and made it us, like I like to call hat country, quote unquote hat country, and not knocking Sam's version at all, man.
Yeah.
That's why we fell in love with the song, because of his version, and I love his style of writing. I love his melodies, and I literally saw that girl crossing the street with her baby blues, biting her lip, fixing her dress, and he's got a great way of painting those pictures, and I'd love to write with him someday. I've never written with him. I would love to do that.
Trevor Rosen of Old Dominion.
Trevor Rosen. He's actually
also
here.
Wrote the song.
He is actually here today. I haven't seen him yet. I ran into the Swan brothers down there.
Yeah.
And they're two really good guys. So I'm looking forward to seeing Trevor here.
It's early still, but is anybody back there making trouble backstage?
It's backstage, man.
What goes on? I mean, let me in. Give me like a sampling of what happens backstage.
What happens backstage stays backstage, my brother. Sorry.
Slim with the tilted brim.
We'll talk about it off camera.
All right, we're going to take a snap here in a second. You can follow Taste of Country on Snapchat at TOC Snaps, and, of course, send us your pictures as well. William Michael Morgan, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for having us here, brother.